Today's episode, we are very lucky to have a graduate of computer science with us today, and we are going to be discussing about AI and everything it contains. How we can use AI to make ourselves more efficient, be it as a student or as a business owner. Mr. Muhsin, thank you very much for being with us today. When I think about AI, most people say that they didn't see AI early, so they kind of don't know how it works. So I want to ask you, what AI did you figure out early and how did you come about it?
So the story just begins when I was in SHS.
Yeah.
I was, as we all know, a science student.
Sure.
I was reading science and all of that, into biology and other things. And then it came to a time where our ICT teacher, when he was teaching us, he was telling us that they formed a lot of groups that are more into IT. And I was like, why don't I try to see whether I could also find some kind of interest over there? So the first thing I did was that just try to join the group and see what it entails. And I realized that I really liked IT things back from GHS.
Wow.
I started to take interest in that. That's why we started doing this kind of basic IT things. I think that's what piqued my interest into computer science in the first place. At first, I was always into the health. I always wanted to be like, bio something, doctor. When you are into science, that's the big dream.
Definitely.
Be a doctor and those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I realized that I really liked IT more. Then I started following IT, just following anything that comes on the news, everything that comes up, I just see it. So as I was learning, just going into a broader scope, I realized that there was something that was coming up.
Yeah.
But they didn't name it yet. As I was following, I got to know that there was a company named OpenAI, which was owned by a lot of people by then. But the main CEO was Sam Altman.
Sure.
So they were talking about what is going to bring about it. And I realized that they were saying that it's going to be something like, at first when you want to search for something specific on the internet, you have to give a long query. And even when you give out that query, it can even root out a lot of gibberish for you. That's the main thing. And he brought it out that they're going to stop that thing. They're going to bring something which is more specific.
Whatever you ask, that's what
when you ask for something, when I'm going to ask about, let's say, the Big Bang Theory, you should give me something that is about the Big Bang Theory, not to bring me something that, like, trying to make a sound effects from a gun. So it understands you as a human being, gives you what you want. You don't have to just keep roaming about trying to find something specific on the internet.
Definitely.
So he brought something about it, and I was also interested in it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it.
This is brilliant.
So they just gave us some grace period that they'll be releasing it this year. So I was always waiting for it. So the moment OpenAI just released it, I think I had it through a mail.
You were on the waiting list?
Yeah, on the waiting list. I was waiting for it as if I was going to do something, but I really wanted to see how it works. I was on the waiting list and I just waited for it. So the moment it just came in, I started to follow it. That's
brilliant.
it. Yeah.
That means you even knew about it since SHS.
I remember,
Wow. In fact, this is wonderful. Some of us, when we think about artificial intelligence, we just say that it is for the tech-oriented people, like yourself, those who are interested in tech, or the IT people, the gurus and all that.
Yeah.
Is it possible for me as a beginner or as a layman to also efficiently use AI to my advantage? Is it possible?
Yeah, it's very possible. I think even AI was even made specifically for people who are even not really interested into IT. Because if I am into IT, I know how to search for specific things on the internet.
You know the ins and outs.
Yeah, I know where to follow and get it. Maybe I know specific website that can do these things for me. But somebody who is not having that much knowledge about this kind of surfing the internet, what they do is that maybe I want to learn something, maybe how to make a to-do list, or just how to arrange things in my refrigerator. I can't go and type into the search bar that I want to arrange things in my refrigerator. It might bring me something else.
Google wouldn't give you.
Yeah, Google won't give you that thing. Yeah. But when you go for ChatGPT or Perplexity or even any other AI tool, when you type it in, it just gives you. It understands you as a human being talking to it. It doesn't take you as a guru. Unless if you want to take you as a guru, you tell it that, so it puts that in its memory. But when you go,
definitely.
It takes everybody initially as a layman who's just asking questions.
Obviously, per what you're saying, that means ChatGPT was the first AI that you were being introduced to.
Yes.
So now, let's say, picture yourself as a beginner. Since, it was the first thing that you were introduced to, how were you using it? Did you need a very specific skill to be able to use it, or you just move into it and was doing your things? How did you go about it?
Okay, you see, the full knowledge I had about it was just about querying, just searching for things. So I didn't follow any kind of steps or tutorials on how to use it. What I know is just that it works as similar as the search bar. So when I go, I just text to it, like I'm sending a message to a friend that I want you to provide this kind of information for me. Then it just goes straight to the point and I get it.
So that means this one I don't have to be a prompt engineer.
No.
To be able to use ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever. This is brilliant. Now, obviously, you have used ChatGPT in a lot of ways.
Yes.
You know, you have used it to do your projects, be it on the academic aspect or, you know, your personal life, you know, things of that nature. Is there a specific project that you have done that many people wouldn't be able to use that same AI to do? And how did you go about it? Just give us the bullet points, the steps that you followed in order to accomplish that particular project.
Okay, as we all know, I'm just a fresh graduate of computer science.
Definitely.
I say that with high honor.
Wonderful.
Okay. Because it's not easy to go through it.
Oh, seriously?
Okay. So the thing is
that's an achievement.
Yeah, ChatGPT has a wide range, an array of things you can use it for. It depends on where you are specific to. For me, as a computer scientist, I'm more into coding. I aspire to be a software engineer. So what that, yeah,
that's wonderful.
Okay, so what I do is that first thing, you should know that the AI tool is not more than you. It also has pitfalls. It also has disadvantages that it also has to go through. So when you are going to ask questions about it, or you want it to help you in any project that you are doing, first thing, you should try and get full knowledge of the thing you are doing. For example, me like this, I'm into coding.
Sure.
Yeah, I like coding. That's what I do. So what I do is that after being taught about the coding in school, I have the concept. So when I'm going to ask it to help me in my project, I try to gear it towards something. I don't give it the whole. You can't just go to an AI and say, please create a website for me.
Sure.
There's no website that's going to do that. It's not going to do that for you.
Even if it is going to create it, it won't be as advanced as you.
Yeah, that's it. So because I have knowledge about it, I know that to create a website, you need to know this programming language, and how it's connected. Yeah. So I ask specific questions. I break the whole thing into simpler things, and I start asking it from the way up. It helps me
because you know the steps.
Yeah, it's not there as like something that is just going to give you what you want. You help it. It's like you are helping a kid, even though the kid is a little bit even more knowledgeable than you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but still you have to help it, just nurture it to the way that you want it, so it gives you specifics on whatever you are doing.
Yeah. You know, they say that AI is not here to replace you. Those using AI are going to replace you. So definitely that means you have to know, if you are undertaking a project using AI, you have to know the ins and outs of the project, so that you'll be able to know whether ChatGPT is giving you the correct thing or the wrong thing. This is brilliant. But that is what most of us are lacking. You know, sometimes you'll be undertaking a certain project and you'll be like, this thing, I don't know anything about it. But then you just go to either any of the the AI, be it ChatGPT, DeepSeek or whatever, you just put in the information and then it gives you everything. You just copy, paste. That's how most of us are using it. What's the advice that you wish someone has told you when you started using AI?
So as I said earlier on, AI is not perfect. Even though if you look at it as a watermark over there at ChatGPT or any other AI tool, they just put that it might give you wrong answers eventually. So
for reference purposes, sometimes they do put it
they place it there for you to understand it. So when you are going to ask questions to an AI, say for example, I am going to search about, let's say, coding or anything about, let's say, website designing or making of apps. When I'm going to ask it that, you don't go to it and ask it as a beginner. You want to now learn software engineering or creating apps. You don't just go to it and be like, how do I start creating apps? Now you give it a larger scope for you, and it's going to start broad. Then start giving you gibberish before maybe start getting to wherever you want. You go there and ask questions very specifically because you want specific answers.
Definitely.
So if one example of a good prompt is that I want to start software engineering as a student in UCC, and give it your level of knowledge, whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or you're a top tier person. All of that, it gathers all that information and it gives you a specific answer. That's how it's supposed to be done. So when you want an answer to something, you give it specifics. Try to, even sometimes you can just give it and then it still gives you gibberish. You reiterate again, rephrase, keep doing that to see that whatever you want is clicking with whatever it's also giving you.
So I think this one qualifies the point that you made earlier, that you have to know about whatever you're going to use it to. So if you know about it and it is not giving you the right thing, you'll be able to identify.
You identify it.
This is brilliant. Now, most of us, we have other projects that we are trying to do manually, but then AI is something that can help us do it more efficiently and even understand the thing better. Now, assuming I'm your mentee, You are mentoring me through my AI journey. Is prompt engineering something that you're going to recommend to me to master in, or you don't need to be good in prompting before you be able to efficiently communicate with AI?
The thing is that as technology is advancing, there's always going to be different things that are going to be coming up. One example is this prompt engineering. We are hearing about it just because of the AI that is now coming up.
Definitely.
And you realize that when you are able to ask the right questions to the AI, it can do incredible things for you.
Wonderful.
So I think prompt engineering should be some kind of facet on its own that people should put their minds to, because when you're able to master that part, how to prompt an AI, I think there's going to be a very tremendous increase.
You know what?
In effectivity.
I last saw a certain image that you generated using AI.
You have to do that.
Now, I want you to give us a step-by-step guide. As a beginner, I'll also be able to get such a wonderful, outstanding results from AI. Now, I want you to give us that particular step-by-step.
Right.
So, how did you go about your prompting?
Okay.
What was the introduction, the instructions, and then the conclusion of your prompting? How did you structure it?
Okay, so the thing is that what I'm talking about, generation of images,
Definitely.
just even creating something is all about, mostly it's about inspiration and also things you are into. For example, I like movies a lot.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of people who watch movies and watch the after effects and how everything is being done.
Sure.
That's one thing.
So you have the creative mind.
Yeah, I have that kind of creative mind. So I can upload an image to, let's say, ChatGPT, and then for it to refine it for me, because I know this kind of things. As in, when you're shooting a movie, the camera angles have to make it the way you want it, as in action movies.
Definitely.
So you follow the type of camera that are being used, the distance that you need between the object, and you have to supposed to give everything out.
I mean, you have to go very detailed.
Very detailed, as if you are now bringing the image out. So, for example, I made an image of myself.
Yeah.
I took a random picture of myself and I placed it on ChatGPT. And I asked it that you should make it in a way as if I am in a dark room, but then there's a light which is being reflected on me from my right side. Very detailed. You see, very detailed.
Definitely.
And the camera should be the one that is used for high definition takes. So you give it all kind of specific things, because I've seen it before. I know how it looks like.
Wow.
So I just give that kind of prompts. For that one, for that kind of prompt engineering, sometimes it's from inspirations.
It's from your own creativity.
Yeah, what you know. What you know, and also maybe if you are stuck somewhere, you can also ask it to help you with the prompt. You can also ask it for prompts.
Really?
You can ask it for prompts.
Tell us about that. How do you do it?
You just ask as a normal person, like you upload your picture and you be like, I want this picture to look more, let's say, gangster-like. So to be like gangster-like in what way? It also asks you that in what way do you want it to be.
So it will give you a list of questions.
List of questions. Then you follow through it. It brings everything together and brings it out for you. So you can give a prompt with that, with the camera is being used, and you should it will be like a light which is from your left side, and then you should be like you are sweaty and those kind of things. Even though in the original picture you're not sweaty, but all of that you put everything there and make it more realistic. Everything, you just give it out. Everything that you think the picture should look like, just give it to it, and that's it.
So that means, for instance, I can just describe my project in ChatGPT and ask it to give me a prompt that can give me more efficient answer or efficient results through that particular project.
Yeah.
And it will give me everything.
To give it to you.
Sometimes, some people, the AI gurus, sometimes some of them recommend that if you're going to give a certain prompt, I want to see your view on this. If you're going to give a certain prompt, then you have to give, be it ChatGPT or DeepSeek, you have to give it a role to play.
Yeah, very important.
So for instance, let's say if you're going to use it to write a poem, you ask it to assume you are a poet or act as a poet.
Yes.
Do you agree with that? And have you been using it in your...
Yeah, I've used it for quite some time now. I realize that it's very effective.
That one, so it will give you a standard...
Yeah. For instance, I generated one image one time, and I was prompting and I asked ChatGPT to behave as if it's Van Gogh. Van Gogh is just a name of one artist, renowned artist, just like Leonardo da Vinci. There are a lot of known artists. So I sent the picture into it, I just uploaded it, and I said, you should behave as if it is Leonardo da Vinci. And then give me the kind of aesthetics that it used, that Leonardo used during those times, and just apply it to mine. And it looked like a painting from 1600s.
Wow.
Even though it was a picture I uploaded just few seconds ago. But you see, you make it behave, just give it a standpoint that you behave this way and do this for me.
Wow.
Yeah, AI is just there for everybody. So
This is brilliant. You know, some of the mistakes that we, the newbies, we make is that we just take whatever the AI is giving us and using it in our project
yeah,
without humanizing it.
Yeah.
Do you think humanizing the results that AI is giving you is it a concrete thing that we should do,
Yeah.
or it is just an option? Humanizing, for instance, as I talked about writing a poem using
Yeah.
ChatGPT. For instance, after it giving me the poem,
yes.
should I go through, make some changes? What's your view on that?
Yeah. Mostly people take these kind of things for granted, but
Yeah.
it's supposed to be used. Like for example, when you're making research, you are trying to go into research,
Yeah.
and then they give you something to research about. When you go for the AI to do some things for example, when I'm doing research, I use 3 different AIs. I use ChatGPT,
Yeah.
I use Perplexity, and I also use I've forgotten the third one. Maybe I'll remember it later on. So the thing is that I use ChatGPT for the prompts, and I also use the Perplexity for resources, fact checking. When I get a resource from ChatGPT, I go to Perplexity to just give me sources, where I
Yeah.
got it from, and all of that. People also have to use it that way. You don't just give it like that. When you get a frame of an answer, you just go and place it, just cut and paste into your work, and then
Wow.
you start using like that. It's not okay.
So that means you have to put your
Yeah.
personality inside
Yeah.
so that it will be more like you.
Yeah.
So now, you see, nowadays we have different softwares or different AI tools that are beneficial to students or business owners. So for instance, are there certain collection of AIs that you use? Those or the fresh students or those who are in businesses can use it to make themselves more efficient?
Okay, as you see, ChatGPT is just a general thing.
Yeah.
It's used for image generation,
For
other
text
things, a lot
and
of
all
things.
that, yeah.
But there are some specific apps that are used for, let's say, image generation.
Only image generation.
Yeah, for example, at first, this app came out just as a normal app with no AI. You know, nowadays people have already made their softwares already. Now they are fusing it with AI to make it more better and
So
seamless to
even
use.
now Google has AI.
Yeah. So the thing
Yeah.
is that now Canva, for example, is an app.
Definitely, yeah.
Canva is used for a lot of image-related activities, like for
Graphic
making
designing and all
posters,
that.
graphic design, all
Yeah.
of that. So now they've given search space for Canva as an AI to give it a prompt. For example, when I want to make a simple poster that talks about, let's say, going for a trip, I type it in there, and then it generates something for me. When I don't like it, I keep reiterating,
Wow.
keep going on again until I get the desired result.
Seriously?
So yeah, now the apps are being fused with it, so it has made it more easier to use.
That means it's hard time the education system will also fuse AI inside.
Yeah, you're supposed to go with it's a norm, it's a new norm. You're
But the
supposed to just
surprising thing is that you get punished by using it.
Yeah,
You
in
see that?
school, yeah, they see that you are lazy. And sometimes I understand them for that.
Eh.
Because people over rely on AI. It's not true. It's
okay.
not really good. Because if, for example, at first,
Yeah.
for you to understand something you have to read the whole thing and understand it everywhere. So even you know
okay.
advantages of everything and disadvantages, you know everything. But now, for example, me like this, I started inculcating some kind of things. I later realized that I didn't like it anymore. I get my slides, I upload it there, and I tell AI to just summarize the whole thing for me.
This is making it more efficient.
It's efficient, but no matter what, to lose some points that are supposed to be known.
Now, before you give us your final words or before we get our final takeaway from you, I want you to mentor me. For instance, we are just assuming that I've never heard about AI and I'm a student. I'm just a freshman in the university. Upon all the AI tools that you've been mentioned of, what AI would you want me to master in that is going to give me more accurate data as compared to other AIs? Are you going to recommend, what AI would you recommend to me? For instance, as I said earlier, I don't know anything about AI. I've just come into the university and you are my brother or you are my mentor, and you are required to just give me a specific AI that I should put everything on. I should go all in on. Which AI tool would it be?
Okay, for now, we just go with the traditional one.
Which is?
I think ChatGPT is just
ChatGPT.
still stands on the top because the other AI that also do good work, but for
Yeah.
somebody who is now into AI, I think ChatGPT is just the best for you to start with. And
Wow.
then when you start seeing that I want specific things, then you start going to specific AI which give you specific answers. But for generality, it's just ChatGPT I always recommend.